Hey guys. Okay, so going to talk to you guys today about recruiting, and just really a lot about mindset about recruiting, more than the how-tos of who to talk to. Because I think once your mindset's in the right place, the rest is going to kind of follow. So here are some tips for your mindset. Just so you guys know, it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a Zoom than I normally do, but I have a lot of information to share, and I'm hoping it'll be worth it, because I know you guys all have some big goals. So, number one about your mindset is to get over it. I know, it's like, okay, but think about it. Imagine that, whoever, some really awesome company that you absolutely adore, or even not one that you adore, just like somebody awesome, some great company randomly comes to you and says, hey, you are amazing, and we want you to work for us. Why would you be upset about that? I mean, that would be like an honor. Like somebody coming to you and saying, we think you're amazing, we want you to work for us. Okay, thank you. I feel really special. There's nothing negative about that at all. Okay, so that's one type of recruiting. Another type of recruiting. Think about being high school quarterback on the football team, and the recruiters come to watch you play football. Nobody's over there like, oh, the recruiter's here. Ugh, I hope he doesn't offer me anything. No, they want to be offered something because they've worked hard at being amazing and they want an offer. So why do we feel that what we have to offer isn't exciting enough to offer it to people if we think that they're going to be amazing at it? We should feel honored to honor them with this amazing gift that we have, which is this business. And there's nothing that should be negative or bad about it. You're offering somebody a job, you're offering somebody freedom, you're offering somebody health, you're offering somebody the ability to start their own business for $140. So we got to get out of the mindset that this is anything negative, because it's not. So that's number one. Number two is people are attracted to people with a vision. Where are you going with your business? Where do you think that it's going to take you someday? People aren't attracted to a business because you're working out every day and you're eating healthy. People are attracted to what that is doing for you. What is this business doing for you? What will it do for you? I was attracted to Stephanie originally because, it was like a Tuesday and she was drinking coffee in her slippers at like 11 o'clock on her front porch. And I'm like, God, why am I in my cubicle? Like, she gave me this vision of what was possible, and I wanted that. So you have to be able to give that vision to people. What is your vision for your business? Whether it's coffee on your front porch on a Tuesday morning, or it's traveling, or it's financial freedom, or it's retiring your husband. You need to know in your head what your vision is for your business so that you can put that out into the universe and people feel it. I think that I put a pretty clear vision about the fact that, I'm all about freedom and being able to do what I want when I want. And I think that I portray that pretty well in my business. And I think that's important, that you're portraying your vision to people and not just portraying what you're selling. Because if you're just portraying what you're selling, you're just going to get a lot of retail customers. So you want to share what's possible, even if you're faking it till you make it. So keep that in mind. Next is the importance of telling your story, whether it's, your story's just started, or if you're a year into the business, you need to be able to articulate your story. You need to know what drew you to Beachbody. You need to know what convinced you that you were actually going to jump on board, because I think those eyelashes that people get from those unique mascaras are pretty amazing, but I haven't been convinced to buy it or sell it. I think doTERRA oils are amazing, but I didn't decide to become a distributor. So what is it that made Beachbody your choice? What drew you in? You need to know that, and you need to know what your goals are. Not just hit Success Club this month, or get 2 new coaches, or get to Diamond, because those are always going to be our goals. But what are your big goals? Do you want to be making $1,000 a week in a year? Do you want to retire your husband? Do you want to quit your job? Do you want to buy your dream house, buy a car, pay off your car? What are your big, big dreams? Do you want to be in the top 10? Do you want to be an elite coach? Do you want to be, somebody who everybody in Beachbody knows your name? What is your goals? You need to know them off the top of your head. You need to have them written down somewhere, because they need to be part of you. So next point is, recruiting is something that you do for someone and not to someone. So you are recruiting them to help them. This business is the best thing that you can do for somebody. Sure, selling somebody a challenge pack and throwing them in your challenge group is amazing. You can help them lose weight, you'll keep them motivated, but eventually they'll probably disappear. You won't hear from them again until, Thanksgiving comes around and they gain 15 pounds and they need you. Sharing the business opportunity with somebody is something completely different, because you're giving them a lifestyle change. You're giving them the opportunity to get healthy, to get wealthy, to find freedom, to be a part of this amazing community, to make friends, to change your life in the most positive way through personal development and things like that. How many of you read personal development before you became a Beachbody coach? I know I didn't. I thought that was for losers. Now I know it's the losers that aren't reading personal development. But you know what I mean? So it's a full package that you're offering to somebody, and you are doing it for them. You shouldn't feel like, oh, I gotta go recruit this person. You're offering them something amazing. And if they say no, their loss, this is a new mindset switch for me, because I'm not into cold messaging. I don't like recruiting. I really like it to come natural. And I've really hit a plateau with recruiting. And so I'm needing to switch my methodology. And so I've started to actively try to recruit. And this is something that I've had to really think about, is that I'm offering something amazing. And if you don't want it, sucks to be you, because you're missing out. And so I don't have to be like, oh, they said no, that was gross, I feel yucky. It's okay. Well, if you ever change your mind, let me know, So let's see here. Always have a list to be working from. Your list should include who you're currently talking to, whether the conversation is 6 months old or 2 weeks old, until they become a coach or they straight up say no. Keep them on your list. You also should have a list of who would benefit from coaching, whether the accountability, the money, the lifestyle, the positivity, any of it. Keep that list, move those people to the talking to list, and constantly be talking to new people. So another really good one, which I'm terrible at sometimes, is don't answer questions unless people have them. So I am the queen of word vomit. Like, people will be like, oh, so tell me about coaching. And I'm like, oh yeah, so it's this, and you buy a challenge pack and you get 25% off, and you get 25% commission, and we have all these different products, and we read personal development, and we have this team, and you get bonuses from the team. And it's like this 45-minute paragraph. And it's just like, they just wanted to know about coaching. Like, they didn't ask how the business works. They didn't ask how to make money. They didn't ask about team cycle bonuses. They didn't ask about any of that. They just asked what it is to be a coach. So rein it in. Don't scare people away. Answer the question that they're asking, not the one that you think they want to know. So I think that's a really important one, because it's really easy to overwhelm, because we get so excited about what this is that we're just like, blah! No. So what are they asking? Listen, give them that answer. If they want to know more, they'll ask another question. Then you answered that one, not a different one, but that one. And I've been trying this approach lately. It's very very helpful. I know it sounds simple, and you guys might already be doing it, and you're going to be like, Becca, really? But I've been doing this for over a year and a half, and I'm just figuring some of this shit out. So I'm going to share it with you, and maybe it'll help. Let's see. Answering objections with questions. I love this. So, like, if somebody were to say, well, I just don't have enough time to be a Beachbody coach. So instead of, I know that normally my answer would be something like, well, we have a system down. It's called a power hour. You know, it makes it so you only have to work an hour a day, blah, blah, blah. No. Instead, you say, well, how long do you think it takes to be a Beachbody coach? Because maybe they think it takes 8 hours, and maybe they're willing to work 4 hours. You know, maybe they think that it's some crazy thing. So answer their objections with a question. How long do you think it takes? Or, I can't do that because I can't afford it. Well, how much do you think it costs? By doing those things, you're able to find out what's going on in their head, and usually what their thoughts are a lot worse than reality. So you have a way better step up than you would if you just word vomited about power hour, word vomited prices, or whatever it is. Get into their head. This is one of my favorites. I just heard about this on a call, and like, mind-blowing. Okay, so when you go to a restaurant, okay, maybe not like, you know, McDonald's or something. That's not even a restaurant. I don't even know what that is. When you go to a restaurant, after they pick up your plates, they usually come around and they say, would you like coffee or dessert? Right? Majority of restaurants, would you like coffee or dessert? Or can I get you another drink or dessert? Or whatever it might be, right? Pretty normal. So when they ask you that and you don't want coffee or dessert, do you feel bad about it? I don't. I'm like, no, thank you. And they walk away. And I don't think that they go back to the kitchen and they cry about it. They're not like, oh, they didn't want the coffee or the dessert. Oh, I don't know why I even asked them. Think about recruiting like that. When I heard this, I was like, what? Are you serious? But really think about it. You have something to offer. You offer it to somebody. If they don't want it, okay, cool, next person. Hey, I have this. Are you interested? No? Okay, cool. If somebody does want coffee or dessert, awesome. More money on the bill, bigger tip. If you ask somebody if they want to join your team and they say yes, hell yeah, glad you asked, right? But if you don't ask if somebody wants coffee or dessert, are they going to get coffee or dessert? Not usually. They're probably going to run out and leave. So you have to think about recruiting like that. If you offer it to everybody, then people are going to bite. But if they don't know that they can have the coffee or the dessert, then why would they be interested in ordering it? And if they don't want it, don't feel bad about it. Don't go back to the kitchen and cry about it. You know, it's whatever. Somebody else used an analogy the other day, which I thought was really funny. And it was like, if you decide not to buy the shirt isn't upset at you. So it's like, you know, you're trying on different clothes, you're trying different things. And if in the end you don't get the shirt's not like, my life is over, you know. I don't know if I explained that analogy very well, but the coffee or dessert one, you get what I'm saying. So you essentially, the point of it is you don't have the right to decide whether or not somebody else should become a coach. What you do have the right to do is ask everybody if they would. So, you know, the waiter's not going to say, oh, well, that chick is too chubby or, you know, too busy or, you know, on her way out the door. She doesn't want coffee or dessert. They're going to ask anyway, and maybe they'll get a no, but maybe they won't. Just like we can't say, oh, well, that person's too chubby, too busy, too whatever, has too many jobs, doesn't need the money, so I'm not going to ask them about coaching. I'm going to ask them, and if they say no, okay, too bad for them. So really interesting mindset switch. I'll be honest, I'm still having a hard time with it. You know, it feels weird to just offer it up to everybody, but I mean, really, if you think about it, like if I had never been asked if I wanted to be a coach, I would have never, ever became one. I would have never sought that out on my own. I never, ever would have written Stephanie and been like, hey, so I'm thinking about coaching. She asked me and was like, hey, you know, people are really inspired by your results. Have you thought about coaching? And I was like, no, but maybe I should. Because I have an insecurity in myself that would say, I can't do that. But to have somebody reach out to me, hold on, my dog's freaking out. Get out. You don't bark. You don't do that. I'm in a meeting. You stop that. Sorry. Anyway, so what I was saying is you have to ask everyone, because even if somebody deep down in their heart, stop it! Beer! Hold on. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here and lay down. You stay. No barking. Bear. We have tree trimmers here today, and it's been so fun. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Hi. So anyways, point of that is ask everybody, because there's somebody out there that would probably be amazing at it, that if you don't ask, they'll never come to you. And they could be a huge asset in your business and you don't even know it yet. So if you're not asking, you're not only selling yourself short, but you're selling them short. So think about that. Let's see. Move on from no's. I already talked about that. No sweat off the back. Whatever, you don't want it, we don't care. That's fine. We'll see you later, because you're going to want it later when we're moving on up and you're like, dang, I should have started. So let's see. Okay, so this is a good one. Really, especially for you guys as you are building up your teams, to really recognize people when they bring on new coaches. Obviously, we do our welcomes and we welcome everybody, but behind the scenes, make sure that you're telling your coaches like, yeah, great job. You know, that's so exciting that you got your first coach. Like, that's huge. Next stop, Emerald. Or, you know, if they're Emerald, next stop, Diamond, you know, stuff like that, because recruiting is so huge to your business. And it's really important that your team sees that as well. So, you know, as you guys recruit, obviously the excitement, the momentum is going to start building up and things like that. But you need your team to be recruiting too, so that you get those team cycle bonuses, so that you get those emeralds on your team, so that you get a comfy diamond when you get to diamond, things like that. So you want to make sure that recruiting is glorified, because it should be. Let's see. I already talked about that. Oh, this is another really good quote that I liked from one of the trainers that I was on a webinar with, and she said, if your intent is to help people, your feelings will never be hurt, and you don't ever want anyone to feel like they weren't invited to your wedding. Okay, so what does that mean? So essentially, like I said, like, if you're not inviting everybody, then there's somebody out there that's like, well, maybe I'm not good enough to be a coach. You know, maybe this isn't for me, even if they've been watching and watching and hoping that maybe someday you would say something to them. So everyone should feel like they're invited. Everyone should feel like this is for them, because you want to help everyone by sharing this amazing opportunity. Because, like I said, the business opportunity is the best thing that we have to offer people. So let's see here. Oh, the other thing that person that did that quote mentioned was offer the best product we have first, which is the business opportunity. People don't like to say no multiple times. So if you start with a business opportunity and they are like, no, they're not ready, whatever, you go through all their objections, you ask all your right questions, they're like, blah, they're done. Okay. All right, well, that's fine. Would you be interested in purchasing a challenge pack and participating in one of my challenge groups? And maybe you'll fall in love with the groups and realize what a great opportunity it is. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that. You know, so ask the harder question first. Have your backup plan be a challenge pack. And let's see. Never rely on one person. This is a big one. This is why it's important to keep a list of everyone that you're talking to, because you know, a lot of the times it gets to, especially when you're a diamond and you're trying to hold your diamond, you know, unless you're in a comfortable diamond, then you are usually like doing a balancing act, making sure everybody's active and adding just enough to keep everything the way that it should be. And you don't ever want to be relying on that one person to sign up or that one person to buy their, you know, thing to stay active or whatever it is. You need to constantly be bringing in new people, constantly recruiting. I've had more people quit this year of my personally sponsored coaches than I recruited in the entire year last year. Okay, think about that. So if I wasn't constantly recruiting, I wouldn't have a team. I'd be done. I mean, I obviously I would have you guys, but I wouldn't be a diamond. I wouldn't have enough coaches. So there are always people that are going to quit. There are always going to be people that are going to go inactive. Sometimes they won't give you any notice if they're quitting. Sometimes they'll just quit. And then you're like, shit, there goes Diamond, or there goes Emerald, or there goes Ruby, or whatever it is. And that sucks. So you need to constantly be recruiting. You need to set yourself a recruiting goal and try to hit it every month. When I first started, my recruiting goal was 2 coaches a month. When I quit my job, I bumped it. I wanted it to be 4 a month. I'm kind of stuck between 2 and 3 a month. But now that I've kind of gotten this mindset that I'm sharing with you guys, I'm hoping that's going to change a little bit. And we can make this team big and exciting and the top. Fancy. Let's see here. That's really it. Oh, the other thing that lady said is stop using excuses about your current people and find new people, which I love that. I love that so much. Like, there's always going to be somebody that's, going inactive, or somebody quitting or whatever, and forget it. Move on. Find somebody new, because 1 out of every 10 people are going to want this business as much as you do. The rest of them are either going to stick around for the discount, be willy-nilly here or there, or they're going to leave. So you need to constantly be bringing people in and constantly talking to new people, because otherwise you're going to be stuck in the same place forever, or you could end up going backwards. So you have to be able to continue to push and find those 1 in 10 to help you build your business and move up. So I know this was a really, really long Zoom, and I'm sorry for the dog interruptions, but I hope that you guys got some tidbits that are going to help you. I would love to see everybody try to get at least 1 or 2 coaches on board before our Push to Emerald, which is October 12th. That way, you guys have more people to put into the Push to Emerald, which means more people that are possible to hit Emerald, which is more of a possibility of you hitting Diamond. So, implement some of those things that I just shared if you want to, or you can say, screw it, I don't want to do it. You told me, that's fine too. But some of this stuff just kind of blew my mind. And like, really, dessert and coffee, people. Dessert and coffee, everybody. I don't personally drink dessert. I don't personally eat dessert or really drink coffee. But if you offered me an after dinner cocktail, I would say yes every time. So if that's the mindset you need to get in, would you like a cocktail? Offer everybody a cocktail. Okay, so I'm loving this group, you guys, so much, and I love how hard you guys are working in it, and I have a feeling there's going to be some really good things coming out of this group. So there's no homework. Friday is your unplug day, so just watch this video and start to implement what you can, and Sunday make sure that you update your Push to Diamond little sheets. If you want, like, where it says how many friends you have, if you want to then put like next to it like Sunday's date and like how many now, so we can see the change as it happens. That's a really cool way to do it. That way we know, where you started, where you're ending. Okay, so if you guys have questions about anything that I went over, post below and I will be happy to answer for you. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later.